Hello, my name is Albert. Welcome to the weigh-in. On December 5th, live from Matamoros, Mexico, DimasDeLeon will put his unblemished record on the line to seek his 10th victory. But before he steps into the ring, here's our exclusive interview with DimasDeLeon. Dimas, you are less than 2 weeks away from your fight in Matamoros. What's your mindset like at this moment?
I'm ready, and I just want to win so I become 10-0. From there, things are going to take off.
You've had a few fights in Mexico and in the United States, the Rio Grande Valley. What's the difference in both countries as far as like the referees, the crowds, the judges, or does it make a difference or you don't see any difference?
I don't see much of a difference. Just over there in Mexico, boxing is more popular. What I feel, everybody gets more excited about the fights and everything.
You've had 75 amateur fights, 9 professional fights, with the exception of the headgear.
Mm-hmm.
When did you realize, like, I'm not in the amateur ranks anymore, I'm in the pros? What was the first thought that came to your head?
My first fight, when I knocked the guy down, that's when I knew I was in the pros, because I didn't feel like I hit him as hard as I thought I could hit him. And he went down, and he looked at me all stunned.
What fight was that? Was that your first fight?
My first fight, yes.
Your first professional
debut.
Wow. Let's go back to August 24th, the Bird Ogden Arena.
Yes.
It's a big crowd, family and friends are there. We talked about this earlier. This was your first decision since your first fight as a professional. What happened in that fight? I mean, because you had a long streak of knockouts. The fighter's name was Robert Ucheta,
yes,
and he had fought 3 current world champions. Mm-hmm. Was it just more experience, or what was your mindset at that moment?
I believe personally I could have stopped him, but I had gotten hurt 2 weeks earlier sparring with Brandon, and during the fight I hit him with a good shot, and my hand was hurting again, so I had to box him. But if it wasn't for that, I feel like I would have stopped him.
Okay. And you said you had stunned him a few times, right?
I did, yes.
You've sparred a lot of fighters, but which fighter in particular? I mean, because it's practice, you get a lot of work from everybody. But which fighter in particular do you feel like has helped you move on as far as a pro?
I gotta say all of the fighters. When I started, I didn't know much. As I started sparring with a lot of different experienced people, I would get beat up a lot. But at the end of the day, I learned from it, and now I'm 9-0.
What type of fighting style do you feel like you have?
I think I'm a boxer brawler. I like to box sometimes, and I like to fight also. So boxer brawler, I gotta say.
You remind me of this fighter, Oscar Valdez. He kind of has your same features, kind of has your same aggression as a fighter. Have you ever seen Oscar Valdez fight?
Just highlights. Just highlights.
Okay, he's a very tough.
Yeah, he fights very awesome.
Yeah, he's an awesome fighter, man. It seems like you're always training. Like every time that we're seeing you on Facebook, you're always training. Is there any moment when you rest?
Yeah, I get rest on Fridays most of the time. Fridays, but I like training. I like swimming, running, and this is my job, so I want to make it big. And by making it big, I gotta train.
What can you tell us about your opponent? All we know is that his name is Manuel. Do you know anything about your opponent?
I don't. Just the promoter said to get ready because it's gonna be a tough fight, and there's gonna be a war.
Do you feel like, because you've sparred a lot of fighters, you don't really know some of their styles at times, but do you feel like that's an advantage or disadvantage going into December 5th?
I think it's an advantage. It's helped me out because most of the time I don't know the fighters I'm going up against. I don't know their style. So sparring with these new people helped me adapt to the fights I'm doing now.
What do you need to do to make sure you come out victorious December 5th?
Well, I already have done what I need to do and just train hard. All I gotta do is just go in there and do what I know how to do and let's fight.
You're 20 years old. You're 9-0. Where do you see yourself a few fights from now? I'm talking maybe 25, 26 years old. Where do you see yourself in the fight game?
A world champ already. By 23 years old, I want to be a world champ.
Not too long ago, we had Rio Grande Valley's Hall of Fame. Do you see yourself there one day?
Oh yes, I feel I should be there very soon.
Every fighter that I've spoken to, that I've interviewed, that I've talked with, they say they have a purpose, why they fight. What's your purpose, Dimas?
To become a world champ. I wanna be remembered here in the Valley as a world champ, the first in the nation.
On December 7th, 2 days right after your fight, there's a rematch between Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua.
Yes.
Did you see that fight back in June?
I did, yes sir.
What did you think about that fight?
Thought it was awesome because Andy Ruiz won.
Josh was saying that he's going to go ahead and make people bow to him, okay? But you as a fighter, I mean, me as a fan, I got excited to see the underdog win.
Yes.
You know, some people don't like the underdog, but some people do. I personally do like the underdog. What do you think Ruiz needs to do to make sure that he comes out with the same results like he did back in June?
Fight the way he knows how to fight. I believe that Joshua doesn't have heart the way Ruiz does, so that's why Ruiz is in the way.
Okay. And another fight, we didn't talk about this one, but there's always, that fight's always up and down right now. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. versus Danny Jacobs. I believe they're fighting the 21st of December. What are your thoughts on that fight?
I go for Mexicans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to, Dimas?
My family. All this is for them, and everybody who has helped me. Thank you a lot.
Thank you, Dimas.
Thank you, sir.